Hey y'all, I'm Mandy, and this is Mandy in the Making. Welcome back to another What's for Dinner, where I share 3 easy, delicious meals with you. For the first meal this week, we are recreating Popeye's spicy chicken sandwich, which, fun fact, we've never had because we don't have a Popeye's near us, but here we go. For this recipe, you're going to pretty much quarter your chicken because you don't need a lot on each bun. So we only need 1 chicken breast for tonight because it's a really thick one. I'm gonna cut it in half and then cut it in half again. But we're gonna dredge it in a buttermilk mixture and then into a flour mixture, so I'm gonna prepare that now. I need 1 cup of buttermilk. To my buttermilk, I'm gonna add a teaspoon each of paprika, garlic powder, and salt and pepper. To prepare the breading mixture, I've got a cup of flour, a half a cup of cornstarch, a teaspoon each of salt and pepper, a tablespoon of garlic powder, a tablespoon of onion powder, a tablespoon of paprika, and to make it spicy, a tablespoon of cayenne pepper. You could leave this out if you don't want spicy. If you have thin chicken breast, you won't need to do this next step, but I do need to cut this one in half because it is so thick. Now I'm going to tenderize the chicken as well as just kind of flatten it out a little bit so it'll cook evenly. I'm going to add some vegetable oil to this large skillet and turn it on medium-high heat. I need to bring it up to about 350 degrees before we put our chicken in, so I wanted to get this started now. Okay, so they'll fit on my sandwich. I'm going to cut these in half. I'm going to add just a little bit of my buttermilk over here to my flour. I'm going to dip my chicken breast in here, get it coated really well. Put it over into the flour mixture. And you really want this to be coated really, really well. That'll get it super crispy. Our chicken is done. We're gonna let it rest and cool off for just a few minutes while I make some spicy mayo. I'm gonna add just a couple of heaping tablespoons of Duke's mayonnaise, a splash or 2 of some hot sauce, about a teaspoon of paprika, and about a half a teaspoon of garlic powder.
Get into this. That looks good.
It does look good.
Wow.
So I was gonna ask, Is it as good as Popeyes? But we've never had that. We've had the Chick-fil-A spicy chicken sandwich.
It's good.
Though.
It's as good as Chick-fil-A.
Okay. Good deal. Is it good and juicy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome.
Love the spiciness of it.
Is it like, so if I'm a person who doesn't love spicy foods?
Yeah, you would like this.
Okay.
If you're not, it's not too spicy.
It's not like,
no, it's not
my
like,
mouth is hot type thing?
No,
okay.
not at all. It's definitely spicy, but not enough to hurt you.
Okay.
And then the spicy mayo. Oh man, that is a nice touch.
Yeah.
Lots of flavor in that.
Puts it over the top.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And the cheese is a nice touch, the pepper jack cheese.
It's actually the Walmart brand, the hot jalapeno and habanero jack.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. So who needs Popeyes or Chick-fil-A, right? You can make it at home. And this was so easy. So easy.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gotta give this one a try.
It is definitely a cold day outside, so tonight is a good night for soup. We're having cheesy cowboy soup. I've never attempted to cut potatoes in this before, but we're gonna give it a try. Pretty simple. I'm going to turn this medium saucepan to about medium-high heat. And I'm going to melt down a half a stick of unsalted butter. Now that our butter is melted, I'm going to add in 1/4 a cup of flour. And I'm just going to whisk this around until it browns. Now I'm going to add in 2½ cups of whole milk. Season this with some salt and pepper, and then this is going in the refrigerator until we add it at the end. Now I've got my large Dutch oven here and it's on medium-high heat. I'm going to add in a pound of lean ground beef. While this is cooking, I'm going to season it with some salt and pepper and also some garlic powder. I added about a teaspoon of garlic powder. Now that this is cooked, I'm going to remove it for now. There's not much fat in here at all because mine was super lean. I think it was 93.7. So I am going to add some EBOO to cook my vegetables in. I'm going to add in my 4 small potatoes that have been chopped. And my onion and red bell pepper that have been diced. We're going to cook these until they're really tender for about 10 minutes or so. I'm going to add in a teaspoon of cumin. And this is optional, but this is half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Now that these are fork tender, I'm going to add in my can of corn. It has been drained and rinsed. I've also drained and rinsed these black beans. And I have a 4-ounce can of diced chilies. I'm going to add my beef back in. I have 3 cups of chicken broth. You could use beef broth too if you wanted to. And I'm going to bring this to a boil. Now that it's up to a boil, I am going to turn it down and we're going to let it simmer for about 15 minutes. It's been 15 minutes and now we're going to add in our milk mixture. And I'm adding in a 16-ounce block of Velveeta that has been cubed. It's already starting to melt, but I just need to cover it again and let it cook for another 15 minutes just for everything to thicken up and the cheese to completely melt.
Look at this creamy, cheesy bowl of yumminess. Oh man. That's good. I love that cheesy, creamy flavor of this soup. Really good.
How are the seasonings? Are they good?
Mm-hmm. I love just the little kick of the cayenne pepper.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. What's the name of this again?
Cheesy Cowboy soup, I think.
Well, it definitely fits the name for sure.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you could change it up too. So we did ground beef. You could probably do sausage, like ground sausage, to make it even spicier. I feel like there's a lot of different variations that you could do with this. Cole, how do you feel about it? You good? Oh, thumbs up. That's always good. Little Lou.
Great for a cold day.
It is. Grace, don't act like you haven't already had some Velveeta cheese. Uh-huh. So this one is good, huh?
Oh yeah, this will warm you up on a cold day for sure. It reminds me of the cheeseburger soup that we've had before.
Which is your favorite.
Mm-hmm.
You've always said cheeseburger soup is one of your favorites.
Yes, very much like that. I think this is just cheesier and creamier, and just a little different texture with the veggies that you have in there.
Yeah. So if you've never seen my cheeseburger soup before, I'll link that in the description box.
Yeah, if you haven't tried that, you definitely need to try that for sure.
It's our last meal of the week, which means it's Subbie Supper night, and tonight's Subbie Supper is just a little bit different. Tonight's Subbie Supper recipe is called Wedding Chicken Pasta, and it is an original recipe from Heidi. Recently, I went to a holiday fair here in the upstate of South Carolina, and I met Heidi. She had a booth at the holiday fair selling her beautiful cookbook. Her cookbook is called Food from the Heart, and it's written by her and her sister, and there are so many good recipes in here. I can't wait to make all of them. So like I mentioned, this cookbook was written by Heidi and Ann. This is a picture of them here. And they are originally from Oregon, but now they live here on the East Coast. I think Ann lives in North Carolina, but Heidi lives here in the upstate, not too far from me. And they wrote this book together. I think Ann did most of the writing, and then Heidi did the photography for it. And if you could just see all of the pictures in this book. I mean, this book stopped me in my tracks. When I saw it, I had to look through it. It was just amazing. So all of the recipes in here are wonderful recipes, extremely easy recipes. That's what drew me in. A lot of times you'll get a cookbook that is so hard, you wouldn't even attempt to make anything. There is nothing in here that scares me. Heidi created this recipe, Wedding Chicken Pasta, when she was 16 years old, and she said it is a family favorite. Everyone requests it, so we're gonna give it a try. The first thing I'm gonna do is prepare the sauce. I've got about a half a cup of fresh basil. I'm just gonna run my knife through this. We need 1 cup of sour cream, 2 cups of milk, 1 cup of teriyaki sauce, 1 cup of mayonnaise, 1½ teaspoons of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, and 2 teaspoons of dried parsley. Lastly, I'm just going to add in our fresh basil. Now that our sauce is done, we're just going to set it to the side.
I'm gonna turn our large Dutch oven to about medium-high heat. And we're gonna saute the vegetables in a little bit of olive oil and butter. I've got 2 tablespoons of butter, and I'm gonna add about a tablespoon or so of olive oil. I'm gonna add in our peppers and our onion. We're gonna saute these for about 5 minutes.
While I was at the same holiday fair, I saw another vendor there called Grace and Cotton, and I found this shirt. She had a lot of other shirts as well. Let me show you the back of it. It says Heavens to Betsy. I love it. The creator of this shirt, the owner of Grace and Cotton, she draws all of her designs. All of her stuff is printed in South Carolina. She's in the upstate of South Carolina as well. She has a lot of cute stuff. I'm gonna link her shop below. Go check out her website. And if you use the code Mandy10, then you'll be able to get 10% off of your order.
Now I'm gonna add in my garlic. I have 6 cloves minced. We're just gonna saute this for another minute, and then we're gonna add our sauce in. I'm gonna give this a good stir, and I'm gonna reduce my heat down to about low, medium low. This smells so good. I'm so intrigued by all of these ingredients mixed together. I've got 1½ cups of grated Parmesan cheese. And I have about 2 pounds of chicken. This is a large family size rotisserie chicken that we just pulled apart. I'm gonna add that in here. Okay, I'm gonna start cooking 1 pound of angel hair pasta. And while that's cooking, this is just gonna sit over here and simmer. All I'm doing is just cooling down the pasta a little bit to stop it from cooking. I'm gonna finish draining it, and then we're gonna put it into the sauce. This smells so incredibly good. Let's go eat.
Well, if this tastes as good as it looks and smells, it's going to be absolutely amazing.
Like, I'm so excited because I have no idea what all these things are going to taste like together. Cole has already started eating, and as soon as he took a bite, he said, "Oh yeah."
Wow.
That was very dramatic and long and drawn out.
Man, that is so delicious. That sauce is incredible. And never in a million years would not have expected this to taste the way it does. That is so good. It almost reminds me of the carbonara sauce.
Okay.
I think that's how you taste it or say it. It's
I
very
say carbonara, but
carbonara.
yes.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's how you say
I
it.
don't
Like
know.
carbonara. It's very similar to the carbonara sauce.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm going to give it a try, and I'll come back on. I wanted to tell you guys a little bit more about the cookbook anyway, and how you can order one because you're going to want one. So give me a second. I'm going to try it, and I'll be back. This pasta is so incredibly good. I could just drink that sauce. Y'all, if you want the recipe other than how I just talked about it today, go order this book. I've got it linked below. This is going to be out on my counter all of the time. I love how beautiful it is, and I can't wait to try more recipes out of it. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this What's for Dinner. I have a quick favor of you. Will you please hit that like button if you did like it? That does help out my channel. Also, there is a share button. If you know of anybody who could benefit from some dinner inspiration, I would love for you to share this video. And one last thing, if you haven't subscribed already, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and join my YouTube family. Thanks y'all, and I'll see you next time. Bye. I feel like I have something in my teeth. I don't have anything in my teeth.
Just that piece of pepper right now. I'm just kidding. Here, let me do it close. Let me see. Let me see.
No, go away.
Let me see.
Go away. Back up.
Let me see.
No, go away.
All right.
Back it up. I can tell if you've done it. Are we ready?
We're ready.
Okay.